Hey everyone, Adrienne here, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I'm going to take you guys on a quick garden tour. We're going to do a little bit of an update on the growing groceries and probably harvest some herbs and some different things. So let's go. Okay, so I got my harvesting bucket here, my small pruners. I didn't need the big ones. And then here I have just a little bit of alcohol. It's the rubbing alcohol. It's 50% alcohol, so it's good enough. Basically what I need it for is to spray my pruners in between plants, because you never want to go from plant to plant with your pruners. You never know what could be underlying and what's, what you don't see, and you could spread disease like that. So just to be on the safe side and just to be extra careful, I'm going to go ahead and spray my pruners between plants. So let's go. So I'm going to start over here with this lemon balm. You can see that it's already trying to flower and go to seed. Ooh, look at this lavender. Maybe I'll take a couple of sprigs of that as well and bring it in the house. But yeah, this lemon balm definitely needs a trim, so we're going to do that today. Alright, so that looks a lot better. Matter of fact, I'm going to cut those sprigs of lavender there. Alright, so now I'm going to focus on some of this lavender. It is pretty fragrant. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to deadhead the ones that have dried out, the ones that are dried up, and they still have a fragrant smell. Spray my pruners, and then it'll encourage the plant to still flower. So we're going to get some of these off, and I'm going to set those in the bathroom probably. So here's my grapevine. Look at these grapes. Oh my gosh, they're just everywhere. Last year I had so many grapes like this, and I waited and I waited and I was waiting for them to get, ripe. They turn red. These are red grapes. They don't stay green. And what I did was I waited so long, and then I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to harvest them. And when tomorrow came, you guys, all my grapes were gone, like every single one of them. And it was loaded like this. So this year, I'm not going to wait that long. When it gets to the point that it's just about ready, and I think that they're ready, I'm going to go ahead and harvest them. All right, so these pepper plants here, I'm going to get my pruners. I'm going to spray my pruners, and we're going to get all the pepper plants pruned up. I've already done my tomato plants, so that won't be getting done today, but the peppers definitely, I like to make sure that these bottom leaves are trimmed off all the way up to where it Y's out. And then here it has a basil. I don't know if that's going to make it. Oh, look at these blueberries. I've got blueberries, not many, 3 little blueberries on this sweetheart blueberry plant. This is Comfrey Corner. Comfrey has all done flowering. This is my other blueberry plant, and this is the pink lemonade blueberry. So it's doing well. No blueberries, but it's doing very well. These are the ones I got from Stark Brothers. This is a kale, random kale that just came up. These are Sugar Baby watermelon. I got 2 of those back there. Hopefully they do something. This is my yellow squash. It's doing really good this year. I'm pretty pleased with it. There's some in a container and some in the ground. So there's this container here, and then there's the other one that I just showed you, and then there's some in the ground. So we got to get some this year. This is my summer crisp lettuce, and I have to say I am so pleased with this. It's so crunchy and crisp still, and it's not bolting. I am definitely going to be using this to plant next year as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So we're gonna harvest this one because I don't want to test my fate with this. We're gonna go ahead and harvest it, and we're gonna enjoy that while we still can. So I'm gonna cover this up with these leaves that I pruned off. I don't ever want to leave my spaces bare. What I'll probably end up doing is coming back and sowing some more lettuce in there. This is my lemon basil. It's not very big, but it's there. It's growing. I started that from seed. And these are Anaheims. I'm trying to grow a lot of Anaheims this year because I want to do my own green chilies. I find that just a little 4-ounce, I think it's a 4-ounce can is like over $1, and you don't get that much. And I like to use those in different recipes. So I am trying to preserve with purpose this year, and these Anaheims are going to play a big role. All right, San Marzano tomatoes, this pot and the pot behind it, 2 in each pot. And then we've got some chocolate mint here, looks good. We got spaghetti squash over here. I was inspecting the leaves the other day, and I saw some eggs. These are squash bug eggs. If you see these on the undersides of your plants, they are not good. Don't let them hatch. So I'm just gonna kill these with this alcohol right now. I like to provide some type of support for vining plants, and spaghetti squash is definitely a vining plant. So I've got some spaghetti squash coming on, and it's growing nicely on this fence. These are more peppers. These are actually sweet banana peppers. So I need to get those pruned up. And there we go, all pruned up. And then down below is the cucumber and some more basil. This basil is actually doing pretty good. It's not getting eaten. This is the mash, also known as corn salad. And I'm going to let this go to seed, and I'm going to let this populate this area because this is a good green to have. My oregano is trying to go to flower, so I'm going to harvest all of this as far down as I could get it. And these are garlic scapes. So garlic scapes form on hardneck garlic, and these are the garlic bulbils that Jan gave me. So you want to clip these off because it'll encourage bulbs to be bigger. So I'm going to clip these all the way down to like the Y point. There's like a few, like 2 little skinny leaves that come out, you know, when your garlic is growing, and then this scape grows out from between those. So this is an Egyptian walking onion, and these are the bulbils, and this is how the Egyptian walking onion walks. So basically what it does is and then you can separate these and plant each one, and they'll each grow. So when the walking onion develops these, they fall over, and then those bulbils will grow roots when they come in contact with the ground, and then there'll be more onions growing from there. And then those ones will fall over and root, and more onions, and then those ones will fall over. And that's the idea of the walking onion. So I'm going to harvest all of these bulbils off of all of these onions, because I'm going to dry them out, and I'm going to mail them out to some of my YouTube friends that would like some Egyptian walking onions. So I'm going to also harvest some. I'm not going to harvest them all, but I am going to harvest a good bit. And basically what you can do is, as you are picking them out of the ground, you can take that bulbil and you can plant it right in that spot. So you can separate them and plant each little bulbil, or you can just plant the whole head. So it's entirely up to you, but they will grow, and you don't have to wait. You can just, right as you're harvesting, you know, take it and plant it. So I'm not going to even bother to separate it. I'm just going to go right into the hole where I harvested the onion, and I'm going to bury it, and that's it. We're done with that. I had such a time germinating seed this year, and I was really glad when the zucchini germinated, because I didn't have any, and I needed to make sure that I had some. So I was glad that these germinated. So I've got 3 zucchini plants here. These are more peppers. Next to that is cucumbers, zinnias, and I think 1 or 2 4 o'clocks. I tucked some of the 4 o'clocks that also finally germinated. It took forever for those to germinate for me as well, but they finally did. So yeah, so that's a 4 o'clock. Then these will be zinnias. I don't remember with a variety or if it was even a mixed variety. So we've got tomatoes here. These are the tomatoes that Jennifer Ocean sent me. This is a tiger melon, I think, or a kajari. This is the cantaloupe that I got from OG Gardener, Shirley, Miss Shirley. Look at those little pollinators. So hopefully I'll get some cantaloupe off of this. It looks promising. It looks really healthy. So, and then we've got some more tomatoes. Some of these are sun sugar, and some of them are, I think, sweet million. So, yeah, tomatoes, melons. But this over here, this is my Tromboncino squash. So this is part of the Grow and Groceries collaboration, and I have to say I'm pretty pleased with it. I've got Swiss chard. I've got a tomato in there that's not the Scotia tomato, but it's a different tomato. I don't remember if it was Sun Sugar or the Sweet Million. Potatoes that I did not plant, sunflowers, the raspberries. The raspberries are booming. I need to get out here and harvest these. They're not going to be harvested in this batch, but they need their own container to be harvested. So yeah, raspberries are doing great. This tromboncino looks so good. I'm so pleased and I'm so excited. So there's 2 of them in here. This one looks like it's trying to run outside. So sometimes when you have vining plants, you have to check on them, and they might need a little help with training them to grab hold of the trellis, but it's really easy. You just take that curly tendril and you just wind it around whatever it is you want them to climb on, and they should do well from there. So yeah, I'm glad this is doing well, because I've never grown the tromboncino, although I have always, I've always intended to grow it. I just never did. And these, look at these. These are the radish pods. So these are seeds. When the radish goes to seed, it produces all these pods. And you can eat these pods. They're so delicious. I love these pods in salads and in stir fries. I basically like to eat them raw though. So I don't usually cook them. I just throw them in a salad, or, something to give me that crunch. These are my pole beans. They're doing good. We've got some bush beans and some dill, some more sunflowers. This right here, I believe, is another Anaheim. Carrots. We got a couple more. And then on this side, yeah, so all this is gonna be seed. Whatever this is, I don't remember if it was kale or what. I believe it's kale, but I'm gonna harvest some collards. These are the mustard greens. Here are some more garlic scapes. Those will all get harvested. Got calendula back here, and some more collards. This is all mustard. So the collards look good. Something, of course, the white moth got to them. My covering like blew off or something. So I'll let these flowers continue until they turn to seed, and then I'll control it then. So there's more lemon balm. This cilantro, I'm going to let that go to seed. I've harvested all I can off of that. So yeah, this is what I've got so far. That's without the greens. I'm going to harvest some of those collards and whatnot. I'm going to save this sage for another time. It's all turned to seed, and there's tons of seed. Look how hot it's getting out here. I need to finish this up. Alright, so this is my weird container growing over here in these cardboard boxes. It looks like the borage is just about spent. It'll produce some seed, I'm sure. So I want to make sure that those seed drop, into the box where I've got it, so it'll reseed itself. And then look at this bee balm. I got some bee balm, you guys. Look how pretty it is. I love that. This is chamomile. I didn't get it in time. It was so hot, and it bloomed, and then it got so hot it just was gone. It seemed like it bloomed and was gone in a day. Sunflower patch right there. They're not getting very big. It's probably because they're crowded, but look at these blackberries. Oh my goodness, I am gonna have such a bumper crop of berries. Look at it, it's loaded. My husband loves blackberries. Everyone, my whole family loves blackberries. If I grew just one berry, it would probably be the blackberry. It's so easy to maintain, and you get such a return on the maintenance of it, and they're easy to harvest. Look at the red clover going to seed. I'm gonna let that be. So yeah, like, wow, I'm so looking forward to the blackberry harvest. I gotta get this raspberry harvest done though. Tomatoes. Oh look, it's a basil. It germinated. Nice. So those are Sweet Million. That is a blacktail watermelon. The radish, the mammoth radish for the Growing Groceries collaboration is going to seed. It's flowering. So I'm not sure I'm going to get a radish out of that. Might have to plant those again. These spaghetti squash, I don't know. They seem like they're struggling. And the cucumbers as well. Probably another year without cucumbers. Those are the sugar pie pumpkins. Not looking very promising. But here's more raspberries. Lots more raspberries. I definitely have to thin this out in the fall. I would think more people would want them. Elderberry bushes. So the one on the right is the one that never gets touched. This one on the left is the one that the deer like to munch on. And it's the one that the landscapers had cut down. And it always blooms first. This peach tree is hanging on. And my nectarine tree, it was loaded when I did the last garden tour. And I think the deer or the squirrels, the deer is definitely munching on this tree. So they're pruning the tree for me. But I think the squirrels might be the ones eating the unripe fruits. Or it could be the deer, I don't know. But I mean, I've still got some, but it's not as many as I had initially. So hopefully I'll still get some fruit. All right, so this is my other radish that I got germinated, the mammoth radish from the collaboration. So I do have one more that has not flowered yet. And looky here, I got one Marconi Rosso pepper. And I got some Scotia tomatoes. So these will probably be like a fall harvest because they're so small right now. I got to get them in the ground or in some dirt. And I finally got these cucamelon to germinate. So I do have to get these also in some dirt. But yeah, so for the collaboration Growing Groceries, I've got my one pepper, which is the Marconi Rosso. I did not get any Jimmy Nardellos, sadly. So I got the Marconi Rosso, one of those. I finally got some Scotia tomatoes. So these are both part of the collaboration. This mammoth radish I got to germinate, and that was part of the collaboration. And then the Tromboncino squash was also part of the collaboration. And I think that was it. There was a calendula mix, but I didn't plant that because I already had calendula planted. So I will probably plant that next time around. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Yeah, till next time. The more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.